We are looking at the blue cards in the Avatar: The Last Airbender Magic the Gathering set. We're going to break it down, take a look at them, and see what we want to be playing at pre-release this weekend. So we're going to start off with a instant lesson at Uncommon, Accumulate Wisdom. Colorless one blue. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of those cards into your hand and the rest at the bottom of your library in any order. Put each of those cards into your hand instead. If there are 3 or more lessons from... Oh. Alright, so we can just make a lesson deck and draw infinite cards. Okay, alright. You know what? Accumulate Wisdom just hits here. Like, yeah, I get it. This makes sense. Oh, I'm so bad at pronouncing this word. Benevolent? Oh, I did it. Okay. River Spirit, blue, 4/5. Creature Spirit, uncommon. As an additional cost to this spell, Waterbend 5. And waterbending is while paying a waterbend cost, you can tap your artifacts and creatures to help. Each one is one of colorless. So if something's like waterbend 5 and then like blue, you would have to pay the blue, but you could waterbend everything else because color's not specified. This card also has flying and ward 2. We do get the definition for ward. And when it enters, scry 2. So like the blue, and then additional cost makes sense because it is like flying ward 2, 4/5. You're playing this card. If you're playing blue, you're playing that card. Boomerang Basics. Another blue uncommon lesson for 1. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If you controlled that permanent, draw a card. Seems solid enough to me. Crashing Wave, another blue card. A sorcery. As an additional cost to this spell, Waterbend X. Tap up to X target creatures, then distribute 3 stun counters among tapped creatures your opponent control. That's kind of sick. Okay, so if we do like blue-white, like ally token creatures, we're going to be able to waterbend like crazy because we're just going to be making a million 1/1s. Okay, I like that. That sounds fun. We'll be able to pay all the waterbend costs. Ember Island Production. Oh, we're acting for 5, an uncommon sorcery, and we're going to choose one of these. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except it's not legendary, and it's a 4/4 hero in addition to other types. Or, you can create a token that's a copy of target creature an opponent controls, except it's not legendary, and it's a 2/2 coward in addition to his own. Okay, I kind of love that. Do you want to be a hero, or do you want to be a coward? First time flyer, super obsessed with this art. It's just like very beautiful. It's a 2 mana 1/2 ally flyer. This creature gets +1/+1 as long as there's a lesson card in your graveyard. That's really good. It's going to be a 2/3 flyer for 2 most of the time in the decks it's going in. So that just sounds great. Flexible Waterbender. It is a 4 mana 2/5 common ally. Vigilance, and you can waterbend 3, and then it becomes a 5/2 until end of turn. Not forever. The Fortune Teller! Love her. Forecasting Fortune Teller. A 2 mana 1/3 common ally. When it enters, you're gonna make a clue token. I love her. We have a Geyser Leaper. It's a 5 mana 4/3 ally at common. It has flying, and it has waterbend 4 to draw a card and discard a card. Pretty nice engine, honestly. And it doesn't limit you per turn. End of turn loot. Why not? The Giant Koi. He's out here like... It's 6 mana 5/7 at common, and you can waterbend just 3 to make it not be blocked. That's crazy. Oh, this is the Island Cycler. Okay. I see that. So, I do like this cycling mechanics whenever I'm drafting. We have Gran. Gran's an uncommon. She's she's an ally, and she's just 1 blue. And when she becomes tapped, draw then discard, which is so good because if we're water bending, things are tapping, so part of the cost is letting it tap. So we're just, it's value. It's great value. Non-creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast as long as there are 3 more lessons in your graveyard. All right, so lots of interaction with lessons being in the graveyard. Thank you, Grand. Honest work. Did wish Zuko could just live this life. It's an enchantment aura for 1 blue at uncommon, and we're gonna enchant a creature an opponent controls with this. When it enters, tap enchanted creature and remove all counters from it. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a citizen with power toughness 1/1, and you can tap it to add a colorless, and it's named Humble Merchant. That's it. That's a lot of text. We have an iguana parrot, which I love as a pirate because flavor. It's a 3-mana 2/2 with flying vigilance prowess. I'm playing it. I'm playing it. Attack. Lessons. Ah! I love it. Okay. All right. Did I have too much coffee today? Invasion submersible. It is a 3-mana vehicle. When it enters, you're going to return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Exhaust. Waterbend 3. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature, but 3+1/+1 counters on it. Okay. Solid. Okay. I was just thinking, like, it would be confusing putting the keywords for either just exhaust or just waterbend, but they did do both. Okay, I like that. It'll quench ya. Just a meme. Target spell unless its controller pays 2. Simple. We have our first Katara, 3-mana 2/3 uncommon. She is a legendary ally. At the beginning of your end step, if Katara is tapped, maybe from waterbending, put a +1/+1 counter on her, which is interesting because you can pay the waterbend 6 cost at the end of your turn if you have enough to draw a card. So you can use her to draw a card and put a counter on her. She might not be able to block, but there's probably lessons that untap her. So good, so good. Knowledge Seeker is a fox spirit 2/1 at uncommon vigilance. When you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and when it dies, get a clue token. So I believe that's the second card we've seen that pays attention to the second card mechanic. A Legend of Karuk, a 4-mana saga. You're gonna twice you get to scry 2, then draw a card. Nice. Alright, what's the thing on the side? Oh. We got a legendary avatar, 4/3. Whenever you cast a spell, create a 1/1 colorless spirit token. This token can't block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. Exhaust. Waterbend 20. The 2 digits in that are very smushed. Take an extra turn. Oh, okay. The exhaust makes sense. Just take an extra turn. Alright, thank you, Avatar. Lost Days with a little Momo. 5-mana instant lesson. The owner of target creature or enchantment puts it into their library, second from the top or on the bottom. Create a clue token. Okay. Master Paku, legendary ally for 2-mana 1/3 at uncommon with prowess. Whenever Master Paku becomes tapped, target player mills X cards or access the number of lesson cards in your graveyard. Yo, there's a mill waterbending lesson deck. I'm gonna be a menace. Alright, the Mechanist. Aerial Artisan, 3-mana 1/3 rare legendary ally. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, get a clue token. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's so many clue tokens. And you can tap them until end of turn. Target artifact token you control becomes a 3/1 with flying. Alright, the flavor's kind of sick. North Pole Patrol, 3-mana 2/3 human soldier ally. You can tap it, untap another target permanent you control. You can also waterbend 3 and tap it. Tap target creature an opponent controls. Alright. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it does the thing. We got a lesson, a 1-mana blue instant lesson. Target creature you control gets +1/+1, gains hexproof, and you untap it. We're gonna have some fun with water bending with that. Otter penguins! 2-mana, 2/1 common. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, this creature gets +1/+2 until end of turn and can't be blocked. So, like, the toughness growing takes it out of, like, different removal spell range, but, like, also it's not being blocked, so, like, that's alright. I guess you could draw a second card after it's already been declared blocked, and then win that combat. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Rowdy Snowballers, 3-mana 2/2 at common, and this is an ally. Whenever this creature enters, tap target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Okay, I like that. Secret of Bloodbending. The mice go crazy. Oh, I love them. Alright, so this is 4 blue sorcery lesson at Mythic. As an additional cost to cast the spell, you may Waterbend 10. You control target opponent during their next combat phase. If the spell's additional cost was paid, you control that player during their next turn instead, and then exile it. Yeah, you're not flashing this card back. You get to do this once. Serpent of the Pass. It is a 7-mana 6/5. If there are 3 more lessons in your graveyard, you may cast the spell as if it had flash. That's crazy. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each non-creature, non-land card in your graveyard. Nice. That's gonna be chaotic. Sokka's Haiku is a 5-mana instant lesson. You can counter target spell, draw a card, then mill 3 cards, untap target land. That's a whole lot. A lot will be happening, but thank you, Sokka. I like the untapped land. The Spirit Oasis, alright. Another shrine for 3 mana. When this enters, draw a card for each shrine you control. Whenever another shrine you control enters, draw a card. Like in the other videos, I mentioned that if you have multiple of the same one due to the legendary rule, you will have to sacrifice one. But the triggers still happen. Spirit Water Revival. Very stressful episode as a child. 3-mana rare sorcery. As an additional cast to the spell, you may waterbend 6. Draw 2 cards if the additional cost was paid. Instead, shuffle your graveyard into your library, draw 7 cards, and you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. Oh, that's a lot more than drawing 2 cards. Sheesh. Teo, Spirited Glider, 4-mana 1/4, legendary ally. With flying, whenever one or more creatures you control with flying attacks, draw a card and then discard a card. When you discard a non-land card this way, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. A Tiger Seal. A Cat Seal. Oh, you can put this in cat decks now. It's a 1-mana rare 3/3 with vigilance at the beginning of your upkeep. Tap this creature. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, untap this creature. That's cool. Like, beginning of your upkeep, when the trigger's on the stack, you can, like, tap it to, like, pay a waterbend cost, and then when it gets untapped, pay it again. Yeah. Ty Lee, Chi Blocker, which is amazing. This is the cosplay I have for the upcoming Magic Cons. Spoiler. It is a 3-mana 2/1 legendary ally. She has flash, she has prowess, and when she enters, you can tap up to 1 target creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's untap step, as long as you control Ty Lee. So excited to collect Ty Lees. The Unagi of Kyoshi Island is a 5-mana 5/5 flash as ward, waterbend 4, which is interesting to be a ward cost. Whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you draw 2 cards. About to flash this bad boy in and draw a bunch of cards. Oh, our librarian! X2 blue, mythic 1/1, has flash, flying, vigilance. When Wan Shitong enters, put X1/1 +1/+1 counters on him, then draw half X cards rounded down. Hydrate Crisis Energy. Whenever an opponent searches their library, put a +1/+1 counter on the librarian and draw a card. Oh, that's a lot. Waterbender Ascension. A 2-mana enchantment at rare. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a quest counter on this enchantment. Then if it has 4 or more quest counters on it, draw a card. Waterbend 4, target creature can't be blocked this turn. Alright. A Waterbending Lesson. 4 mana sorcery lesson, draw 3 cards, then discard a card unless you waterbend 2. That's cool. Waterbending Scroll. 2 mana artifact, so you can pay 6. Tap it, draw a card. This ability costs 1 less for each island you control. Oh, so it can just cost 0. Nice. A Watery Grasp. A 1 mana enchantment aura. You can enchant creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. You can waterbend 5 and shuffle into that player's library. Cool. UA! Our Moon Spirit! 4 mana, 3/3, legendary spirit ally. Flying Vigilance, you can waterbend 5. You may cast a non-creature spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. Thank you, UA. That's all for the blue cards. I hope everyone has a great pre-release this weekend, and make sure to check out the other videos to go through the colors so we can prepare ourselves. Have a good weekend.